There are moments in royal history when a simple scheduling decision becomes far more than just a date on a calendar. Moments when small moves ignite old rivalries, reopen old wounds, and remind the world that beneath the polished surface of the monarchy lies a tension that never truly disappears. And this Christmas season, just when the royal family hoped for unity, warmth, and stability, a familiar crack has reappeared. A crack shaped by a rivalry the palace hoped would fade, by a decision that feels more symbolic than accidental, and by the growing frustration of a future king who sees the same pattern playing out again and again. Because according to insiders, Meghan Markle has once again collided head-on with Princess Kate's carefully planned event. This time, not on the runway, not in speeches, not in public appearances, but in timing. A Christmas timing clash that insiders say was easily avoidable, yet somehow happened anyway. But before we dive in, there's something I need to share with you. Over the past few days, thousands have watched these stories unfold, but most haven't subscribed. If you're one of them, I invite you now to join us. Subscribe to Crownverse so you never miss the next chapter in this unfolding royal history. This story began quietly, with nothing more dramatic than a date on Netflix's holiday schedule. Meghan Markle's With Love Meghan holiday special, an upbeat, festive episode designed to appeal to families and fans in December, was originally set to air in November. That timing made sense. November is a strategic month for holiday content, positioned just before the December rush. But according to sources whose claims remain unverified, Meghan pushed for the date to land as close as possible to Princess Kate's annual Together at Christmas carol service, a service that has become one of Kate's signature events, an elegant, meaningful, nationally televised celebration of charity, resilience, and unity at Westminster Abbey. When news broke that Meghan's holiday special had been delayed into December instead of November, many assumed it was a simple production issue. But when the final date appeared, December 3rd, people noticed something interesting. Kate's Christmas concert airs on December 5th, just 2 days later. Two events, similar tones, similar themes, similar timing, one airing before the other, and the one airing first? Meghan's. This is where the story intensifies, because insiders told New Idea that the whole world knew months ago when Kate's carol service was scheduled. Kate's event has been publicly set in December for months. It is a royal tradition, repeated annually, always positioned at roughly the same time. Meghan's special, on the other hand, was originally expected in November. So when it suddenly shifted into December, landing right before Kate's event, royal watchers raised eyebrows. Was it coincidence? Was it strategic? Was it competition? Was it interference? Or was it simply Netflix's scheduling needs? The palace, as always, remained silent. But behind the scenes, according to unverified reports, frustration grew, especially from Prince William. This isn't the first time Meghan's projects have collided with Kate's public appearances. Over the past few years, there have been repeated moments when Sussex initiatives, announcements, or interviews appeared in close proximity to major Wales events. The palace never publicly reacts, but insiders claim William sees a pattern and has grown increasingly tired of what he perceives as unnecessary clashes. And then came the metaphor that launched 1,000 headlines. A source said that William feels Meghan keeps trying to crash Kate's car. Not literally, of course. The phrase was symbolic, meaning Meghan keeps interfering with Kate's lane, her public space, her events, her timing, her spotlight. The metaphor suggests collision, disruption, intrusion. It implies that Meghan repeatedly positions herself in direct comparison with Kate, intentionally or not, creating a rivalry that the palace views as exhausting. Let's be clear, this metaphor is dramatic, it is emotional, it carries weight, and it reflects a long-standing narrative the public is deeply familiar with. The idea that these two women, shaped by two different worlds, two different cultures, and two different visions of royal life, represent competing styles. Kate, steady, traditional, quiet, family-oriented, aligned closely with the crown. Meghan, modern, outspoken, independent, shaped by Hollywood storytelling and American media strategy. The contrast between the two fuels global fascination. According to the insider quoted by New Idea, Meghan wanted her special to air before Kate's event, so that if there are any similarities in tone, it will seem like Kate is copying Meghan, not the other way around. This claim is unverified, but the mere suggestion feeds into a narrative that has followed both women for years. The idea of one copying the other, of one overshadowing the other, of one trying to claim emotional territory the other already occupies. It is no secret that Kate's carol service has become a major royal moment each December. It celebrates community, charity, and the spirit of togetherness, values the monarchy wants to highlight. It is elegant, it is family-oriented, it features celebrities and choirs, and it showcases Kate as a future queen consort. For Meghan to place her special just 2 days before that ceremony creates a direct comparison in public perception. Two women, two Christmas events, two messages of love, warmth, and compassion, one from the heart of the British monarchy, one from across the Atlantic, outside the royal system, yet still tied to it through media fascination. From a storytelling perspective, this is irresistible. From a political perspective, this is delicate. And from a royal family perspective, this is frustrating. William, according to unverified sources, is annoyed because this is not the first time something like this has happened. He reportedly sees it as a pattern of attention-seeking behavior that inevitably reignites narratives the palace desperately wants to bury. William, whose role as future king demands careful image management, cannot afford unnecessary comparisons that muddy the monarchy's public messaging. The palace views December as a sacred communications period. Christmas speeches, public events, carol services, charity appearances, these moments shape the royal family's image for the year. Any disruption, even unintentional, is scrutinized. And in this case, Meghan's timing created the appearance of a direct challenge to Kate's carefully crafted tradition. Meghan's camp, however, reportedly insists that the date was set by Netflix and simply aligned with the platform's busy December schedule. They claim Meghan is simply participating in holiday programming, and that any overlap with Kate's service is coincidental. This explanation appears completely reasonable, but the timing of Meghan's special, landing just 48 hours before Kate's concert, was enough to trigger speculation and revive old tensions within the public consciousness. The truth behind the scenes is harder to determine. What is clear is that Meghan has always been aware of the power of timing. She understands media cycles. She understands optics. She understands how narratives are crafted. Her background in the entertainment industry gives her a unique instinct for visibility. So even if the date shift was not intentional, the optics feel calculated to many observers. Kate, on the other hand, does not view her work through a competitive lens, according to insiders. She focuses on family, duty, and consistency. Her carol service is designed to unite communities, highlight charities, and bring a sense of warmth to a turbulent world. She does not seek to one-up anyone. So when Meghan's event appeared right before her own, Insiders said Kate found it unnecessary, but did not take it personally. William, however, reportedly took it as yet another sign that Meghan can't help but step into Kate's lane.